we can't be more proud for all that you have done and all that you're about to do as well with Pakam 3.0. Exciting times are ahead for us, and we look earnestly forward towards what this is going to unfold for us within the space of green economy. So I'd like to say good morning. I've been asked to the keynote speech, and I think that essentially is supposed to set the theme and the discussions for the day. It's an honor to join you today at this significant milestone, the launch of Pakam 3.0, and I commend once again the Pakam technology for their unwavering commitment to advancing the circular economy through innovation and collaboration. Today's theme resonates deeply with the work that we do at the Office of the Special Advisor on Climate Change and Circular Economy. Collaboration and innovation are parts, they are at the heart of building a sustainable future. Over on time, we continue to see that we cannot afford to work in silos anymore, because this is a situation, or it is a phenomenon that is facing each and every one of us as long as we're living in planet Earth. It's even more commendable because Pakam has chosen the path to provide solution from a technology-driven perspective, which is where the future is, which is where the future of work is, which is where the emerging economy solutions lie. At OCCE, we have identified that the major hindrance to the development of circular economy is education and awareness. Exposing Lagosians to the inherent economic potentials of the circular economy value chain will not only cater to waste challenges and the environmental issues, but it would also improve income, provide employment, and facilitate the climate change mitigation that is set before us. Circular economy principles promote circular procurement by encouraging the sourcing and use of goods and services that minimize waste, maximize resource efficiency, and prioritize sustainability throughout their life cycles. And that's essentially what our framework is built around. The vision to position Lagos State as the most sustainable city on earth, and the mission to solve climate change issues while creating economic opportunities are very, very pivotal and very critical for us. And that's why we have the accelerators that we had generated about 9 months ago, which is essentially to drive data for insight, to process digitization and technology for scale. They have become the bane of our pillars. And that's why it fits right into the solution that Pakam is sharing and expressing and celebrating today. And what are those pillars? We want to be able to encourage climate-friendly behavior in citizens by fostering people development. We want to be able to stimulate the growth of the Lagos circular economy by deepening commercial activities, therein within communities, within businesses, within the government public sector. We want to drive sustainable financing so that we're able to ensure that people can see where the money is. We want to also be able to establish recording of data such that we're able to monitor and evaluate performance within the ESG compliant frame, and also within the area of sustainable climate action. We also want to be able to provide a solid foundation for promoting circular economy practices through effectiveness by creating adaptable policies and regulations that can guide the operationalization of such industry that we are embarking and that we are beginning to proliferate. These strategies are outlined by the OCC, such as entrenching circular economy principles into the operational model, educating MDAs, the ministries, departments, and agencies, and private sector entities, implementing effective communication strategies, and incentivizing circular economy practices. They all demonstrate a comprehensive approach to driving and deepening partnerships, which is one of the huge tenets that is being created, that is being touched, and is being launched along with Pakam 3.0. And as seen with this solution that we're celebrating today, collaboration and circular businesses, considering product lifespan, resource efficiency, and end-of-life considerations, supplying engagement, and life cycle costing, they are all essential elements of circular procurement. And they are strategies that not only contribute to environmental and social change, but also align with procurement goals that can lead to long-term cost savings. So I can safely deduce today that by integrating this model into sustainability metrics for corporate organizations, the private sector actors can drive resource efficiency. They can create closed loop systems, foster collaboration and innovation, promote transparency and accountability, and achieve long-term cost savings. We have had, over time, the past 1 year, vehicles, special purpose vehicles, such as our Leave No One Behind, that we actively demonstrated, in a correctional facility to demonstrate inclusivity, which is very, very critical right now. Over 1,000 community members, nano and micro businesses were engaged. We leveraged platforms like Pakam, they were part of it, to drive waste valorization and capacity building. It is initiatives like this that reinforce the critical and the digital innovation that we need to connect to stakeholders and to amplify the impact. Somebody's raising their hand. I don't know if that is for me.
Just continue. So so we'll
Okay.
answer questions much later in the
Right.
day. So I think we'll address that. But yeah, go on, Ma.
Okay. We also launched what has becoming a big web of a spider web right now, and it's called the Eco Circulate Initiative, a grassroots system program that has been introduced to over 500 households through the circular economy practices by incentivizing waste sorting and ensuring financial inclusivity. Furthermore, our Economy Business Network has provided a platform for over 500 businesses and startups to scale circular solutions, enable sustainable job creation, and contribute to a thriving green economy. So you'd imagine, that we have EcoCirculate, that I said, has, pulled out different offshoots, entering into various pillars and industries. We have started to demonstrate EcoCirculate as a waste valorization program in the faith-based organization, in the faith-based industry. We're driving it in communities, even through schools. We're driving it through organizations, and even more importantly, based on the ban that has just started to be activated, we're beginning to drive EcoCirculate as a waste valorization program for retail outlets that have stations and brands and branches all over Lagos and into Nigeria. So we're very, very excited about the dimensioning of EcoCirculate initiative. Pakam 3.0 stands as a testament to what is possible when government, businesses, and communities come together. By streamlining waste management and connecting stakeholders, this tool is positioned to transform how Lagosians and beyond interact with the principles of reduce, reuse, and recycle. As we continue on this journey, I'd like for us to remember that innovation is the key to scaling solutions, but collaboration is what makes those solutions meaningful and impactful. Together, we can chart a new path, one that not only mitigates climate change, but also uplifts communities, improves livelihoods, and creates a resilient, circular Lagos state. When I was having a conversation with Umi yesterday, I was very, very impressed about how this platform is going to present not only a low-hanging fruit, but an equally open scale opportunity for everybody to be able to play, for everybody to be able to, for every business, to be able to skew and create a portfolio for themselves. They can adapt themselves to their own working mechanism. They can adapt themselves to their own operation system, and they can also begin to drive the interpretation of the solutions that they want. And it also goes beyond the businesses as well. Communities can also be able to get some level of presentation. We've come to that place where every critical stakeholder must be able to have some sense of belonging. They must be able to own a part of whatever solution that is being provided so that they can interpret and they are able to proliferate as they desire. I thank the Pakam team for your dedication, and I urge all stakeholders present today to maximize this platform to foster the impactful partnerships and the prosperity that we see that is inherent in the space. Congratulations once again to Pakam Technology on this launch, and I look forward to the innovative solutions that will emerge from this milestone. Thank you all and happy deliberation.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, Jennifer.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. That was an amazing speech and very engaging. You can see the importance of collaboration and how driving circular economy is. All right, now it's time to dive into the core of today's events. The Pakam product team and technology will take us through a comprehensive overview of Pakam 3.0. They will showcase the platform's new features and how they create value for stakeholders. There's something for everyone. Please listen and engage with the presentation so you can have questions. All right, over to you, product manager.
Are you a waste collector, aggregator, or waste picker? Looking for large quantity of materials, all while tracking your environmental impact and earning on every action? Meet the latest version of the Pakam Collectors app, your gateway to thousands of waste generators in your area with efficient collection tracking system. Once you're signed in, select your local government area and you'll be able to see pickup tax near you. You can also click on the drop-off button where you see your drop-off tax. Click on the tax where you can see the details of the user's request, such as the image of their waste material. Set your date for pickup, accept the schedule, and allow the app to do the rest. The user gets notified instantly, and with Pakam's real-time tracking system, your journey from your location to the pickup point is monitored seamlessly. When you arrive, weigh the materials, take a picture of the weighed materials, all within the app. Here is where it gets exciting. Pakam equips you with real-time tools to track your organization's environmental contribution. From waste collected to impact metrics such as CO2 reduction, you're in control of the difference you're making. And there is more. For recycling organizations, Pakam provides a dedicated dashboard where you can manage all activities, track feedback from users, and even respond to reviews. Plus, you can market your organization on the Pakam household app to thousands of users, giving your business the reach it deserves. You can communicate with the users via the in-app chat while their schedule is ongoing to provide them with feedback, inquiries at every step of the way. Download the Pakam Collectors app today and take your waste collection and recycling journey to another level. Are you a waste collector?
Good morning, everyone. Welcome once again to Pakam 3.0. I know we are now excited to learn about all the amazing features of Pakam 3.0 and how each and every of our stakeholders and partners stand to benefit from it. Thank you all for your claps. And without further ado, we'll be starting with our recycling partners. Our first feature is the location-based selection. And how does this work? Users input their location and nearby recycling organizations are displayed. Users can select their preferred organization and schedule. Organization sees users' schedule either for a pickup or a drop-off. And how does this benefit you? There's convenience, optimized logistics, expanded user base, and you have ownership of your customer. With this feature, you as a recycling partner has ownership of your own customer. In other words, your customer belongs to you, and you can select any and your customers can select organization on the Pakam app to schedule. Our next exciting feature is the user organization favorites. And how does this work? Users have the ability to favorite their reliable organizations based on their efficiency. Organizations also can encourage their loyal customers to add them to their favorite for convenient scheduling. And how does this benefit you? There's enhanced reputation, enhanced satisfaction, user-driven insights, and personalized experience. As a recycling partner, you can encourage your customers to add you as a favorite organization for easy scheduling. Our next exciting feature is the user organization review. And how does this work? Users leave reviews on the organization page. An organization can view and reply to users' review on the company's dashboard. And how does this benefit you? There's transparency and trust, enhanced accountability, improved user organization match, and data for continuous improvement. With this feature, you as a recycling partner can gain access to how your customer perceives you, which would give you a data for improvement. Our next feature is the user organization interaction. And how does this work? Users have the ability to message collectors for prompt clarifications regarding their schedule. Collectors are able to offer updates regarding the users' pickup schedules, and the chats between the users and the collectors are accessible only during the designated collection period. Organization also provides customer support to users throughout their scheduling process. And how does this benefit you? There's enhanced communication, improved service transparency, faster issue resolution, and better engagement. With this feature, you as a recycling partner stand as a customer support to your customers, providing them with valuable feedback all through their scheduling process. And our next exciting feature is the advertising opportunities. And how does this work? Fill the ads information from your company dashboard and upload your ad based on the dimensions given. Once it is verified, your ad will be displayed on the Pakam's app. How does this benefit you? There is increased visibility to potential users, competitive advantage over organizations, higher chances to display discounts, and opportunity to sell your unique recycling service. With this feature, you can create discounts or featured ad specifically for your business and your customers, giving you a competitive advantage. Our next feature is the collection and tracking transparency. And how does this work? The collector reviews the scheduled materials that are pending and sets a date for pickup. The collector selects On My Way and proceeds to the user's location. The collector weighs the user's material and captures a photo of the weighed item. And how does this benefit you? There's transparency and trust with users, operational efficiency, a quicker method for you to complete the user's schedule, and accountability within your organization. With this feature, the collector is able to take a picture of the weight of the user's material and upload it on the application, making it easier to complete a request. Our next feature is offsetting carbon footprint. And how does this work? On the collector's app, the collector clicks on My Impact. Collectors can view their environmental impact, and collectors can then trade their impact over time. And what is the benefit of this? They earn from offsetting carbon credits. This highlights sustainability metrics and increase in your marketing and brand value. Our next feature is Open AI for Sustainability Partnership. Our API features include scheduling endpoints, waste category endpoints, impact metrics, user management, wallet endpoint, and so much more. And what's the benefits of this? There is seamless integration, promotes ecosystem collaboration, reduced cost, innovation, and scalability. If you are new to the recycling ecosystem, Pakam will provide you with API features, making your integration seamless. And now for our logistic partners, you stand to gain entry into a vast untapped circular market for last mile solution, access to new revenue stream, improve your brand reputation through sustainability and ESG profiling, and explore unique partnership opportunity, that is diversification of your client base. And for our financial partners, you also stand to gain access to a growing untapped market with an enormous growth potential, ESG alignment and impact, support for circular economic growth, carbon credit monetization, community engagement and CSR, and you also enhance your brand equity. We ask each and every of our partners and stakeholders gathered with us here today to be a part of Pakam 3.0 and transform the recycling ecosystem in these next few steps. Sign up on the Pakam app, explore our new features, and share your feedback to help us improve. Now, I'll be inviting our CTO to talk about how we are fostering innovation for a sustainable future. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Product Manager. And before I go on, I could see people hands going up. I would say that we have a Q&A section. We can all just keep our questions or drop them on the chat box and wait for our Q&A section. And we'll all attend to everyone's question. Thank you very much. So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you once again for joining us today. My name is James Hani, and I am the Chief Technical Officer at Pakam. It is my privilege to address you following an insightful demo by our product manager. Today, I will be sharing why innovation lies at the heart of everything we do at Pakam and how we are using technology to redefine waste management and sustainability in Africa. At Pakam, we believe innovation is not just about building products, but solving real problems that impact the environment, communities, and the economy. We have achieved this by building the gap in waste management through AI technology to creating a transparent and efficient circular economy. We are empowering individuals and communities with financial inclusion tools such as savings, investments, and carbon trading. Additionally, we are also fostering access to resources and opportunities that promote equity, job creation, and social impact across Nigeria. Our technology highlights. At Pakam, we've leveraged AI to optimize collection routing, predict service demand, and allocating resources more efficiently. This reduced time, fuel consumption, and carbon emissions, leading to increased earnings for collectors and creating a smarter driven ecosystem. Our environmental impacts. Our environmental impacts will improve the tracking system and also enhance how we monitor waste diversion from landfills and also tracking carbon emission reduction. This improvement ensures greater accountability for shareholders, aligning with their ESG goals and contribution to their circular economy. Introduction to our open APIs. As part of our Pakam 3.0 launch, we are excited to introduce the Pakam open APIs. These APIs will foster greater collaboration within the waste management ecosystem and extend across other industries such as food tech, health tech, and many more. We also have in pipelines plastic credits. Organizations will now be allowed to offset their plastic use by funding verified recycling projects, which will also serve as a revenue stream for aggregators and recyclers. SDG impact expansion. We will assist our partners in tracking contributions to all 17 Sustainable Development Goals and also help them in aligning with sustainability standards. CRM for recycling aggregators. We are also developing a CRM platform that would help tailor recycling organization needs. This tool will help them manage their operation effectively, track transactions, and free up the time for them to focus on what really matters. Innovation is it's at the heart of Pakam because we believe that solving African waste challenge requires more than incremental changes. It demands bold, transformative solutions, whether it's through AI, open APIs, or groundbreaking features like plastic credits and aggregator CRMs. Our mission remains the same: to empower people, protect the planet, and drive profitability in a sustainable and inclusive way. Thank you for being part of this journey with us. Together, we are not just managing waste, we are creating opportunities, transforming communities, and building a future where sustainability is the second nature. Thank you.
Wow.
Okay, good
Wow.
afternoon. Okay,
Thank you so
Jennifer.
much. Thank you so much to the product team. Thank you, everyone, our listeners, to our keynotes, and all of who have spoken up until this time. So we're now going into the question and answer session. I know that there's a lot to unpack for those who have gone through all the different from the products to the technology discussion. We've been seeing hands up as well. So we know that there's a lot of questions to be answered. I would now be inviting one of our colleagues, Merit, who would be in charge of this question and answer session. So if there's any question that you have with your hands up, we'll be able to let you join the participants, so give time to bring you on to ask your questions, and then we'll be able to. But I also think that there are also questions within that you could also in the chat room as well. So if you also want to ask questions, you can drop them in the chat room. I think there's also a message area where you can ask questions and we can read those questions and they will be answered simultaneously. So Merit, please kindly take over so that we can also quickly run through questions and make sure we also stick to time as much as we can. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Omi. Good morning, everybody. So my name is Merit and I'll be handling the question and answer session. So to participate, all you need to do is raise up your hand and wait for me to call on you. Okay, I can see 2 hands. Please, if you need to ask questions, just raise your hand. All right, so when I call on you, you can unmute and ask your question. Chosin Abiri, please. If you can unmute. All right, please, when you are dropping your question in the Q&A session, please use your name so that it can be tailored. I'll read out this question from Candida Waro. The app isn't responding right now. I logged out and now I can't log in. If I use Pakam and do recycling, how do I get Loma and other similar agencies not to bother me with bills? Okay, please, I'd like us to ask questions that concern the demo day showcase that has happened just right now. I'll read this question from Vicky. Would Pakam be available for users and partners or collaborators in other states in Nigeria? For those in Anambra and Enugu, how can they access Pakam? Okay, Mr. Leye, would you like to address that?
All right, thank you. I think every question deserves an answer. In relation to the question of the app is not responding, what we've demoed to you today will be applicable by on the month. On the 30th of this month, we'll also be doing demo for all generators across the entire sectors in the waste management, in industries, hotel, everybody that generates waste. So we'll be doing that today. It will only make sense that we're able to open everything together. So on the 31st, you can access and have access to all of these features and more that we have not showcased here today. And of course, the alumni are doing an incredible job. And I think the whole thing that we are showcasing it for you today is for you to be able to make money from the waste that you generate. So all your waste should not be going into your dustbin. That's what we're saying. So, sort then, what's it called? Make money from it. Very program for aggregators, collectors, and every other stakeholders within the ecosystem. For generators, I think so. Your question sounds like a generator, so you will wait till on the target. We will answer that for you. Regarding Pakam outside of Lagos, yes, we are more than very happy to do that. We will appreciate that for every stakeholders that are in the space today that are not in Lagos, you can reach out to us through our email, info@pakam.ng. We'll also reach out to you since we have some of you guys' contacts, and then and the state you are to see how we can push that. But our goal is that Pakam this year will have to go national, and we're going to do that for every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Leah. Fatima Animation. So Leah has just responded to your question, which is if Pakam would be available to other states. Yes, we will be available to other states very soon. Also, does it allow for other waste aggregators, collectors, or just plastic waste? No, Pakam is open to other aggregators and collectors of other waste materials, not just plastic waste. Okay.
Yeah, I would like to also share that part. What we are presented to you today is an ecosystem platform. So if you are an aggregator, collector in plastic, Pakam is here for you. If you are in textile waste, Pakam is here for you. If you are in waste oil, Pakam is here for you. If you are in oily waste, Pakam is here for you. If you are in metal, here for you. If you are in aluminium, Pakam is here for you. If you are in any sort of material that can, ensure that we don't till the ground and we can recycle, Pakam is here for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Fermi Emmanuel, you can unmute and ask your question. Fermi Emmanuel, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Good morning, everyone. My question is this. While the project manager was presenting, she had mentioned something on financiers. So I would just like to know how organizations can partner with Pakam on this and what are the benefits attached to this.
All right, thank you. Great question. I think from our understanding is that finance plays a huge role in the development of circular economy. And such, what we've been able to do is to bring all critical stakeholders together. So wherein the aggregators and other collectors that are on our platform who wants to grow their business, as we see what they're doing, then our partnered financier can also be able to have access to those data that, oh, this person is doing this tonnage with this resource. So this person also needs this resource to scale up, to do more. Then they are able to give you what we call smart financing. And of course, wherein from every of your collection, they are also helping themselves to also take back their money in such a way that you are not even feeling it. You are not even feeling that, yes, we are paying back. So that is part of what we've designed. And of course, to them also is also the fact that we've also been able to, from our platform, help them de-risk. So they can, from data, they can see who is doing well, who needs more support. So you cannot just be collecting some couple of tons, 10 tons, 5 tons, and you're saying, oh, you need this money. No. So what you're doing will measure what you're able to get, and they will also, indicate to them that, okay, this is the support that we can provide to this very aggregate recycler, as the case may be. I don't know if that answers your question.
Fairly. I hope your question has been answered. Okay, for those of us that our hands are raised, please drop your questions in the Q&A section if you're unable to unmute your mic. Thank you. So, Candida, you asked another question. You said you can't log into the app to check out any of the things explained. Currently, these features that we showed you have not gone live yet. This is just a demo day showcase. So it will come out soon. I think the tech team will want to speak more on that.
I've actually highlighted that. Everything we've showcased to you now will come on the of this month. 31st of this month.
So
Everything
I
we
hope
showcased to you will see them 31st of this month. And again, let me also say this. You also be able to see it as an aggregator, except we onboard you. So as an aggregator, collector, recycler, you have to be onboarded. So even when you open the app, you can't have access to it. You will be onboarded as an aggregator. The only people that have access to the application are the household who generates to feed what you want. So, but for you as a company who is into waste collection, aggregation, and all that, we will have to onboard you and then give you the entire process flow of how you'll be able to do that. And then from then, start to assess your environment and then get the material that you so much desire and want. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Tosin Abiri, please drop your questions in the Q&A section. Oluwatoyin Craig, Omotunde, I can see all your hands raised, but you won't be able to unmute your mic yet. So please drop your questions in the Q&A. Thank you. Okay, another question from Candida. She asked, are there any plans for biodegradables, that's food waste? Mr. Lay, would you like to speak to that?
Yes, thank you so much. That is in part of our feature optimization and feature add-on. Yesterday, we also had a meeting with some of our stakeholders in the US, and this was very important. This was part of that discussion. And for them, it's not even from the angle that they want to be, getting food with. It's about the fact that we can be able to help them calculate the carbon emission that is being saved by that. So it's a very big, in fact, I don't know, I'm short of words because what we're all sitting on in Nigeria is massive than for us to even be criticizing government. We just need to, fold our sleeve and just get to work. So if you are into the biodegradables, yes, if you do not have infrastructure around that, my advice is you probably work with people who has infrastructure around that. And if also there's no infrastructure around that with people, if there are no people within the industry to create that, then we will also be able to work with you with our other partners to bring in this investment and see how that part grows. Of course, is a long journey, and we are ready to work with everybody on that very journey. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Larry. All right. A question from Ajayi Uluwadamilare. If I register with Pakam as a business app, when my depositors are scheduling pickup via the Pakam Collector app, how does it get routed to me? Because I currently see the app as a marketplace to connect depositors to recyclers. Can you please clarify?
All right, thank you. So initially what we've created was just to connect generators to collectors, just on the marketplace that UFO speak. But that is not what you will see on the 31st. So on the 31st, every of your customers schedule directly to you. So when your customer opens their app, what they see is your company, and they see all the list of the materials you are collecting and all the prices of those materials. So they're able to just click the ones that they have and make their schedule, snap it, and the deal is done. So it's not going to be like that anymore, like the old one. It's going to be tailored towards you now. Your customer to you, more customer to you, to you. However, during the presentation, the project team did say that you can also tell those customer to favorite you. You can also tell your customer can also be able to review of you. So which also now means that if your own collectors are not doing well, if your own collectors are not applying customer service, your own customer may put bad review about you, which may affect your new customers that will be able to come on your application. But if the reviews are always good, you always get new customers. You always get people that want to transact business with you. So customer service become another tool that you need to look at and employed into your system. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Larry. Oluwatoyin Craig asks that the presentation highlighted how to engage aggregators, collectors, and financiers. So how do you plan to engage development partners?
Apologies that we couldn't give all that we have done because of time on this webinar. But like I said, Pakam is far more than what we have also presented today. Apart from even the financial institution, we are able to also connect with the NGOs. We are able to connect with the PROs. We are able to connect with land space owners and everybody that has something to do with the circular economy. You understand? So for organizations like NGOs that are supporting this ecosystem, they probably want to say, okay, this recycler that I'm funding, can you show me what they are doing? They have ability to be able to log into the system and see that for that specific what's it called, recycler. And the essence is to create accountability for us to know that, oh, what is being given is what is being done and all that. So because it's one of those major challenges within our system, and it's also a challenge that we need to come together so that more investment can be coming into the space. So we have solution for everyone, and we're happy to take that immediately after this webinar to start to unlock that for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Omotunde, your hands are raised. You have the floor now. Please unmute.
Okay, good morning, everyone. I'm excited to be here. I have been part of this journey since it started from 1.0, and I must say I'm very impressed at the fact that we are here with what we have today. Well, my question is actually that we, like one of the presentations talked about learning, relearning, and unlearning. So I wanted to see the key features that have been able to address the challenges encountered in the earlier versions, so that we'll know that, okay, apart from the AI, I know the AI thing was there, but there are other, challenges that have been faced as a result of using Pakam app, which I expect that 3.0 would address. And then secondly, I'll also want to find out about due diligence that you do on engaging or allowing some aggregators and collectors to be on the app, because the overall feedback on the app will be affected by the level of service delivered by your by the aggregators that is allowed on the app. So I believe there must be some kind of level of check to find out if there is the capability and capacity of those collectors and aggregators who are on the app, so that people will not be disappointed when they request for them to be used. Thank you.
Okay, tech team, can you please speak to that?
Thank you very much. I think I could start with that, and then obviously any other contribution could be added. So thank you so much we appreciate that you've been there with the journey from 1, and of course now we're on 3. Again, we're learning on learning and relearning, and I think that's a very important point to put in. So I think I was going to ask what challenge exactly, but I think I understood where you then said in terms of how it affects other collectors. So if you remember and how we started, and I think Leah mentioned that just a second ago, whereby it was opened in a model where people were going to request for pickup and anyone can go and pick up from them. But we have learned that that's not a model that works. And that's where with the version 3.0 is now a case whereby if you have a customer specifically, maybe within an estate, within your own area that is tailored to you, those customers are geofenced to your location and they can select you. So if your name is Omotunde Recycling, they would see Omotunde Recycling. So ultimately, Omotunde Recycling is the one that will be servicing them. So the point where we then say that in terms of the due diligence and things like that, of course, we are engaging with the people. After this session, we have Westman, Mr. Adebayo, who has also shared some of his own testimonials after also starting with us from the beginning up until now. So that would also show some of the things that have happened. And then just highlighting that is that they can select you directly. They can, when to go to them. And that was where part of the feature, it says, oh, I'm on my way, I will be there with you. So it's basically almost creating, that was why we said something about being a repository for where your people can find you, where new people can find you. We would have ratings that even new people that we bring on the platform could look at and say, this person has been scored 4.0, 5.0, and all of that. And they seem like a good collector. They seem like a good recycler that would be at your doorstep in 2 minutes or in 3 minutes, or drop off, whatever the case may be. So those sort of things are measures that we have now incorporated, where customers can, make sure that their people have their favorites on top, and that favorite also appears to other people as well, to say that, oh, I'm just an independent person who wants to recycle and I want to give up my item. So they can select you based on your rating that you already have. So that's one way of checking that. And of course, over time, by the time we see this person is having maybe some issues and things like that, we are constantly engaging with those that are on our platform to also know the challenges. And that's where I know we talked about some of the logistics. And again, a lot of the features were not also included here. We are launching the logistics as a service, which is powered by Pakam, where we are also able to step in places you cannot step in. So for instance, your collector or your recycler or your customer select you, and for some reason your truck is down on that day, you can reach out to us, and then we can step in that point for you. So again, understanding how the value chain works, understanding where the problems are beginning to exist, or where the problems exist, is where we are coming in to provide for that. And when those things are collected, they go directly to you, because those are your customers. We are just stepping in for you to solve that problem you have at that particular time, especially with logistics. I don't know if that sort of answers, maybe it does, but we can always engage after this. But just to talk about one or two of the lessons that we have learned from version 1 up onto version 3. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Wumi. Akin Onifade asks how startups like his own, called ClimateQuest Global, can benefit from the new version of Pakam.
All right. Let me speak to that.
Okay.
All right, Akin. So thank you for your question. Right, startups can benefit like in multiple ways. Right, if you have an application or you're planning on building one, we made mention of our open API. Right, you can connect to us using our open API. That would take away like the building process, you having to spend time building. You can leverage on our current technology or infrastructure to fast track your launch into the market to get your application out there. Or if you are not a technology company, right, you are straight into operations, right, you can plug into our application. We can open you up to our user base where our users can connect to you, just like my colleague said, can connect to you, enter their address, and they can see you. Those ones closer to you can see you and schedule directly to you. And you can also bring your customers. If you have like an existing customer base, you can bring them on the app and ask them to go through the application, schedule, and then point the schedule to you. And you're able to get those customers still on the app. And the app also will help you track those data. I don't know if that was able to answer your question, Akin.
I think I would also like to add to that. One of those things that recyclers and collectors also face is oftentimes even their collectors that they send to that, oh yeah, go and collect here. They know their customers and they go behind it. In fact, they tell them, oh, I'm resigning, I'm going to visit my mom. Only because they've known those people and they're going behind them to go and steal their customers and all that. And that is the beauty of technology. That can never happen with technology. When your collector goes, it goes. And again, the system is also helping customers in real time. And then, of course, when you sell, within 2 weeks, you're able to pay back the system. So it's a win-win, and it also helps you to save your customer from some staff that are not sincere, who will go behind to say, oh, my guy said I should come and collect from you, and you're not the one that sent them and all that. So there's so much we can always give to you, and that you can also benefit so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lenoya. So Adeni asks, can Pakam be used for large communities like estates as a single customer?
Absolutely. If you come on we'll be showing you a demo on the 30th where an estate just about 6 days ago or so, through who had been one of the customers of what's it called? Westman Recycling. We just withdrew 3 million. These things are real. So, and you'll be seeing their interview too. So it's not like, oh, we said this, or anything. So estate can benefit that, and that's why we're also opening up to estate to would hold your hands for estate to create their own in-house recycling system and then give it to the aggregators close by. So in any way, recycling is so big. If we don't want to own everything to ourselves, it's so big that everybody can play their part and take their own part of the cake. And I used to say this, even when God created heaven and earth, he said, yeah, and create this entity, create human in our image. So it's not about us. We want to do everything. No, we can't do everything. So collaboration becomes key. So estate, you are welcome, and we're ready to work with you. Thank you.
All right. Oluwadamilare Ajayi asks, how do I register my customer, or how will you know that the customer is mine? And does that mean that with the new updates coming, every business will be the one to sort out their pickup, logistics, and collect the recyclables, etc.?
Your customer is just simple. You just tell your customer download and pick you. So when they download and they put the address, you appear on their screen, and they see all that you are offering, and they select it. And of course, that also means that yes, you will be able to do their customer service because it's an in-app. They can chat you directly. You can also reply them. So that can even help you to monitor what they're doing on the field. If they are, we've had a situation whereby a collector will, leave the hub and go to a customer place and tell the customer, I will take this one. Can I buy this one directly from you? You understand? And customer will call, who is this person you sent? So all those things help you to, so you form a formidable, of course, everybody has propensity to misbehave. But when the assistant that is checking you and checking everybody, you see that everybody likes to confirm. So that's part of what Pakam gives to you. So it's going to be plug and play. It's very easy. Just download, sign up, queue, and then the system starts to roll in for you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Leah, and thank you everyone who has asked questions and the team that have contributed responses as well. We will have to round up the Q&A session right here. We're sorry that we could not take more questions. We would share our email in the chat box, and you can send your questions there and we would respond to them later on. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Merit. Thank you for that amazing motivational anchor. Really appreciate it. Thanks to everyone that's also asked 1 or 2 questions. I believe your requests were met. Okay, so all right, please confirm that you can hear me. And just raise up your hand. I want to be sure that you can hear me clearly.
I can hear you, but we need to invite the CEO of Westman Recycling.
Yes, yes, that was all right. That was what I was about doing. All right. Thank you very much, Mark. All right. Very quick. This is a spotlight moment, and we would love to hear from one of our esteemed partners who has experienced the transformative power of Pakam firsthand. And sharing his journey with us this afternoon is Mr. Adebayo, the CEO of Westman Recycling Organization. Okay, so over to you, Mr. Adebayo. You're welcome. Are you on the call, sir? Okay.
Yes, I'm here. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. We can hear you.
Good afternoon. My name is Babatunde Adebayo. I'm the CEO and founder of Pakam Recycling Nigeria Limited. I'm going to say Pakam has been like a miracle, like a dream come true for myself and my team. Being on Pakam, wonderful, and has been a game changer. I remember having my first meeting with Mr. and I think it was with me. Yes, me. We had a first meeting. They were in my dreams already. Coming into the recycling space, I had a dream. I had things that I had been planned to do, which was in with my household needs. So usually in the process of doing that, I came along. We're already thinking about.
Sorry. Mr. Adebayo, is it possible to, because it's a bit, it's not so clear. I don't know, maybe it's your mic or if you can, yeah, so that we can hear you clearly.
How about now? Is it better now?
Okay, much better. Thank you.
Okay.
Much better.
Okay. So, I was saying, it's very great being a Pakam. My first meeting with me and Mr. Leye in 2021. He was bed, and it has been very, very wonderful. In the process of making Westman and also Pakam alone, and we embed, even though there were a lot of doubts, I'm happy one of the early adopters, which I like to call myself, early adopters of Pakam. After we adopted Pakam, a lot of people called us that about this how many materials generate that you will be using fuel to be picking up. I've been to different King's College, yes, one of our first collection points, King's College school, estate and stuff. So we go there. I remember going to this these locations with my car. Sometimes Valeria will put me in these locations. This is my humble beginnings. I used to pick the beans because I couldn't drive by the beans and feed in plastics and leave pick the dustbins by myself and drive them to the okay. So same car, same the way because my place is actually in a ghetto where it's very easy for people to actually rip you up. So having Pakam came because documenting and to customers by just dead scheduling. I know to look for materials all around. I want to look for materials by myself. You start with also collecting 1 kg, 2 kg, and it became what it is now. Let me say, it's been very intriguing how the household collection, the household collectors, and how everybody has evolved now. To the extent that even households now generate as much as 3 million naira in collections. It's been like that for a while. So some households generate 100K, 200K, and do not forget before Pakam came, and businesses like ourselves came in, it has always been the modern, the traditional method of doing business. Let me put it, guys, our waste guys just left to this. But now Pakam has found and found a way to invest new technology, modern day of doing things into and the traditional way of collecting this waste, and it has benefited a lot of people. Waste that you will have kicked with your head before, waste that you will have left to PSP people. There's no PSP company in this Lagos that and the first thing they will do is carry your dustbin and pour it into their truck. The first thing they will do is find a way to start. Why? Because they know that there's value in your waste, in your own personal waste. So we Pakam have been able to not for individuals, help businesses go free. We are faced with issues with Pakam 1.0, and it's a learning curve. There's no template yet. So we are employing a lot of our customers to stay and such patience. As good as it's looking here, right? They're going to get better. There are a lot of complaints that will come. And a lot of big companies that you see them, lifestyle companies, no matter how you rate them, 1 or 2 bad stuff. So it's just we accept the reviews, we'll continue to do better, and we'll continue to make a good space for you to convert your waste to wealth. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you very much, sir. That was really, really an amazing one. Thank you for sharing your valuable experience and really practically highlighting how much the Pakam platform has benefited you and your team. We really, really appreciate that. Okay, so as we approach the conclusion of today's session, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to every of our speakers and participants for your time and contribution. Today is Thursday, but still much in the work week, and it takes a lot of sacrifice to have you all been up to this moment. You would bear with me and agree with me that today's discussions have actually underscored the critical role of collaboration in advancing the circular economy. And really, we look forward to your partnerships and would encourage every one of us to explore the new features of the Pakam 3.0 the moment it goes live on the 31st of this month, and continue to engage with us, just to drive these sustainable solutions. And for those of us that are interested, I know a lot of us are already interested in partnering and getting started. We'll be sending a mail to you that would outline the processes of onboarding, and just feel free to sign up and join us together. Yeah, so and this is also to announce to you that we'll be having another demo day like this for our waste generator. So I think it's very important that as you have understood this, your waste generators should be here, so it will be easier to communicate with them. So we are not having different things, so they know how the app works, just like you've seen how the process works. They will also be able to see how the flow works. So please, a link will be shared now in the chat session. You can just invite them, waste generators, be it households, stakeholders in hospitality, manufacturing companies, and a whole lot more. So please just share, and they can sign up with that. So as we bring today's event to a close, it's my big privilege to invite our CEO, Mr. Adele Odebomi to deliver the closing remarks. Over to you, sir.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. I'm honored to be giving this closing remark. And I want to say good afternoon to everyone. As we wrap up this incredible demo day, I want to take the moment to thank you for your time, the active participation, the unwavering support. Today was more than just a showcase of Pakam capabilities. It was a celebration of collaboration, innovation, and shared commitment to transforming waste management in Africa. You know, when we started, I remember how I used to drive my own personal car to people's houses to go and collect myself as a collector. And it was not easy, honestly. And that's why we really mentally, spiritually, with collectors and educators. Frontline is not easy. But one thing that you will, and it's an humble beginning. And just as the Bible says, never despise your humble beginning. And we continue to learn and grow. And as my colleague said, we also unlearn ourselves too. But one thing is very essential. Your presence and insight have reinforced our strength of the partnership we're building and the collective potential we have to create in the truly sustainable future. At Pakam, we fairly believe that waste management challenge beyond technology. It actually requires collaboration across sectors and communities. Today's discussion we had and the engagement have demonstrated how much we can achieve when we align our efforts together. We can drive impactful change, empower communities, and also unlock full potential of circular economy. What you saw today is just the beginning. Pakam is committed to enabling the entire value chain, from solid waste recycler to textile, to waste oil, to oil waste recovery. Whether you are a waste picker, collector, aggregator, recycler, off-takers, NGO, PRO, sustainability educators, estate managers, landowners, financial institutions, insurance, logistic provider, leasing companies, or government agency, Pakam have you covered. Everyone can take their share of the immense opportunity in this ecosystem. At Pakam, we have evolved from simply connecting waste to collectors to becoming the world's first AI-powered next generation waste bank, empowering financial access and carbon trading through waste commodities. That is the power of innovation, and our journey doesn't end here. We will continue to respond to opportunities and feedback, creating shared prosperity for all stakeholders. And like I also shared with you, from our 1.0 to it has always been a milestone, and we'll continue to do that. So as we're looking ahead, we're excited to introduce to you new services that will be coming, as my colleague said, to empower our frontline stakeholders and strengthen the ecosystem. So in the coming months, we shall be exploring logistics as a service, and this is to provide reliable, scalable solution for last mile material recovery. We're outing as a service solution where we will also be able to provide state-of-the-art storage solution to stream temporary holdings and sorting of recyclables. And of course, lastly, of taking as a service solution where we're working with other stakeholders to also address this pricing volatility to provide aggregators with stability and consistency.